the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. His guys a bit of a mixed bag through 6 games, 3-3 to start the year. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. We are ready. They are ready. We hope you're ready. And we are underway from the Windy City. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Set, ready, hut, 33, yellow.
Now a carry here for Hilliard. A solid stiff arm. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches. 119 yards and the score.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Oh, good move. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 137 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They'll probably cross that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
2nd and 6. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Red 33, yellow.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hilliard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Ready. 62 blue.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They work now on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now in the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Block 40.
On the run, this is Hilliard. Gets past one man. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Blue, 32.
They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Here we go. 95.
2nd and 5. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
33. Yellow.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So after the made field goal, Pat Summerall back out to send it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, it's Anderson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. They'll try the middle with Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Set, ready. 30, ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Smith, ready.
Right back to him on first down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to add on to their first-half lead. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go now. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Martin. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Operating from the gun, Walsh. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Walsh throwing the out route incomplete. It's Martin. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. Up the middle they go. Hilliard. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Well, 193 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Here we go.
And the Saints first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hilliard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Check right.
And he's going to use his legs here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Let's go. 50, green. Hut.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. He's got Anderson right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Gets this one to Morris. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. That's caught right side by Anderson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9, from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught right side, Tate. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. They go play action here on 1st down. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Back to throw. Walsh. And this is going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Morris. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Completes it to Davis. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll set up a throw. Open man here is Gentry. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Hilliard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Hilliard. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Walsh. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's Thornton. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. And now here's another interception. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and 8. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He finds his man complete. It's Morris. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
On the set.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Out of the gun now on third down. He'll try and do this himself. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's second and 10. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Artistry on display. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Hansen. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 7. Lots to get to this week. We'll start at Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on the New Orleans Saints. And this is the Saints quarterback. He's going to look to the end zone and make the connection, 32 yards for the score. The Saints are getting hot. It's a third straight win, and they take this one in style. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And this is the Eagles quarterback. He had it going. This, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Eagles win their second straight, and they do it in style. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is the running back. This might not have looked like much from the beginning, but it is turning into something. He's gone. The Cowboys win their second straight as they get the victory here. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week, right here on EA Sports.
sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
His counterpart on the Ravens sideline, John Harbaugh. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. A beautiful fake. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. From the 33, here's second down and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. Now back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Gets this one to Morris. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And now that brings brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken at the 46. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Anderson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. An extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. Loose inside the 30. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They run it again with Anderson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 32-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chandler. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Chandler. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a 3rd and 6. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 33, yellow. Cut.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tenth carry now for Anderson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now Anderson running right. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. A give to Anderson here out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll drop to throw. He will find Davis on the left side complete. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. On the out route, he's got Thornton. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. The Bears offense ready to get going again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Ross. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now 2nd and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll go with the keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Morris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Coming right, this is Anderson on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the Bears 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll set up a throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross. And a pretty athletic athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. 2nd and 11. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Ross. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They work now on 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. It's Ross. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Looking to put a drive together. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Morris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They give it to Anderson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Up the middle, it's Anderson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Anderson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll run forward with Anderson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. For the lead, here's third and goal. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ross. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Following the penalty, Anderson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. They'll try the middle with Anderson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. Back to throw. This one caught by Davis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here comes 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
so for the Bears, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to
The regular season has reached its halfway point, and as the team looks ahead to the rest of the year, it's time to check in with players and set the goals that will drive them the rest of their season.
Two months in, and the NFL is as unpredictable as ever. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando. This is your weekly recap for Week 8. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And here is the running back. He's going to take this one, find some room, find the end zone. 37 yards for the score. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Tennessee Titans. And this is the running back. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos taking on the Cowboys. And this is the Broncos wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Broncos get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.